the Honorable Marawanika. I don't think people know you. A former member of parliament, Makoni South, Kwandino Valley. So he's a friend. And also let me recognize Ms. Mandela from the prison commission, and Mrs. Chiwenga, Director Police. Every time when we do something in the organization, we refer it to Ms. Chiwenga. Let me also recognize all distinguished guests. And the problem which you have done is is that you did not even bother to tell us, my friends. Anyway, I think we will do it later. I've got some of my friends who goes to school with me. We're studying together. I think we've got Mr. Mapapo, who is here. Pamela, she's the only lady in our group. Huh? Yeah, it was on the leader of the group. Then we have got Edgar from business. Yeah, we are doing a doctorate in strategic management together. If all goes well, next day in August we'll be graduating. Let me also recognize the Deputy Commissioners Generals who are here. I'm not going to name, the names have been said already. I know I've got pese pauno kuda kunofamba nditi unofamba nana sekuru Nkwasha and Nijmoses who are in here. I know that they're seated somewhere. And I don't forget Dr. Mangwende. Dr. Mangwende was my lecturer when I did my first degree. So, and also, let me recognize the senior officers here at the band, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to express our deepest gratitude to all of you for joining us this evening. Your presence is a clear demonstration of your commitment to the transformation of our correctional system into the broader national development agenda under the visionary leadership of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. Edin Nagaba. Tonight's gathering comes at a time of great significance for the Zimbabwe Prisons Correctional Service as we take bold and progressive steps towards aligning our operations with international standards. Our constitutional mandate, the strategic plan to 2026 to 2030, and Vision 2030. The vision which aspires to make Zimbabwe an empowered and prosperous upper middle income society, while it's leaving no one and no place behind. In this regard, two major institutional reforms, the re-establishment of the parole system has been said by Ms. Chiwenga, and the formation of the pathways to reintegration of patient parity were approved by Cabinet, making a milestone not only for the PCS but for the nation as a whole. And if I can briefly say, how did we start this tariff and also the parole system? It was through the benchmarking to other countries. And I remember when I was from, should be Morocco, I thought of visiting Singapore, which we did. I was allowed by the government. And for those who have read, you have read about the yellow ribbon in Singapore, where the community participates in reintegration of society. I also want to believe that being the Commissioner General of the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service, it doesn't mean it's the management of prisons which knows how to run prisons. But running a prison, it should be in collaboration with the stakeholders, especially the business community and also churches, non-governmental organizations, and the community at large. The Singapore system is managed to enable desistance, and they also assist in recidivism. We've got a challenge of inmates going out and coming back to prisons again. But through working together as a team, they managed to reduce the rate of recidivism. So we are also saying, us as Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service, to my friends, if you can assist us to make sure that the issue of reintegration is a success. The parole system represents a strategic shift in our correctional practices. While previous systems were limited in scope, the new framework provides a structured, supervised, and release mechanism for deserving inmates. This approach supports the reintegration of reformed individuals into society while maintaining public safety and decongesting correctional facilities, which currently house over 25,000 inmates. As we speak today, we've got 26 plus inmates who are in our prisons. And the number of women in prisons is less than 1,000. At least women, the number is better. I must therefore acknowledge the contribution of regional counterparts. It has been said by Ms. Chiwenga, in particular the Namibian Correctional Service, the Zambia Correctional Service, and the Department of Correctional Service in South Africa, whose experiences have informed our approach. We have looked at those parole systems in these three countries, and they've come to give presentations here in Zimbabwe, and they are also coming in December for presentation. But having looked at their system, there are certain things which we also feel everyone in prison benefit from the system, regardless of the case he or she committed. But at the end of the day, they have challenges now that some of them have abscond. And they were telling me that for the past 5 years, they've got about 500 inmates whom they did not account up to now. And in recognition of the importance of this initiative, the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service intends to host the inaugural Harare conference during the first week of December. And I want to correct the director for this. It should be on the 4th of December. It has been confirmed. This conference, which was approved by the cabinet, will bring together correctional leaders and experts from across Africa to share best practices and experiences. We have invited more than 20 commissioner generals from Africa, and all of them have shown interest in coming to Zimbabwe and share their experiences. So I think we got a big task as well as the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service to make sure that all these visitors who are coming, yes, they treated me good manner. Zimbabwe show our hospitality. I think it will be something which we are going to work on and work together with the Ministry of Tourism. Hence, the insights from this gathering will be critical in ensuring that our parole system is both robust and responsive to Zimbabwean realities. As I've said, that management of prisons is not only for correctional officers, but it's for all of us as Zimbabweans. We would want to ask our friends and partners to share any ideas which you think we can progress well to manage our inmates. So the reintegration system, the parent, which is a private voluntary organization which was initiated by the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service Management. I think we have said that we were inspired by the Singaporean Yellow Ribbon program, which at the moment I think is the only one in the world which is the best, especially if we talk of the reintegration of inmates. But we have managed to, we are going to also to adopt our local context. We are not going to copy and paste everything from Singapore, but what suits us will be included, and also what we feel is very important from learning from Singapore will also include the same. So, us as Zimbabweans, we are looking forward to work together and also make sure that we can also contribute to whatever our friends require. And remember, Ms. Chiwenga was talking about the community centers. If we talk of community centers, we will establish community centers everywhere in the country where we think we can make use of the inmates for production. So it will be good for us to partner, and then we see progress in our reintegration exercise. To ensure sustainability and impact, PAREF will adopt a hybrid funding model, including resource mobilization, grants, corporate partnerships, and principle of giving. I therefore take this opportunity to appeal to all stakeholders from public sector, private sector, faith-based organization, and development partners to support PAREF. And the PAREF system, I think it is going to be launched at the same time we are going to have a PAREF the same week. And His Excellency, the President, have agreed to come and launch PAREF. I'm also humbled to I know when it was a surprise to me that he congratulated me for being appointed into the International Correctional Prisons Association Conference, which was held in Turkey 2 weeks ago. I am going to represent Africa, taking over from the Commissioner General of Namibia, and in the board, I think I'm the only two who are from Africa and Southern Africa. So I intend to make sure that I use this position probably to learn more advanced systems of rehabilitating our illness and also managing the prisons. And also try to source for resources and to woo some of the non-governmental organizations to work with us. And if we have realized in our prisons, the non-governmental organizations which we are working with are local non-governmental organizations. The international organizations are not working with us in prisons, but I think they should also come and assist us in this manner. So as we share this evening together, let us reflect on these important initiatives and the opportunities they represent for Zimbabwe. I invite you